dilations, trig, all of it's solved by the cross product property. Your cross product property, it's what you guys master this entire semester. It's how you solve the next 2.5 months. Okay? Alright, so look, this is the theory of it. Whatever with the theory. Okay, let's do an example. You did this in middle school. So what this says is that the cross product basically says is you can cross product, cross multiply, right? So you can multiply diagonally. So what that means is I can multiply x times 7 and 4 times 5. That's your cross product. So x times 7 is 7x and 4 times 5 is 20. And so the cross product property takes a proportion and turns it into a linear equation, either a 1-step or a 2-step, so that you guys can solve it, okay? And so what do I do next? Huh? What's my next step? By? 7. And so I get 20 over 7. And then if you wanted a decimal, where's my calculator? 20, divided by 7 is 2.9, say, or 2.8, 2.9 or 2.86. And so that's your cross product property. That's it. Okay. Another example, if you have a x plus 2 and say 10 and say you got, I don't know, what do I put? 8 here, okay? All right, if you have multiple terms, a binomial, right? Monomial is 1 term, bi is 2. Okay, you still can multiply. So what's 4 times 8? 32. Okay, but now I need to multiply here. Okay, the common mistake students make is you will beautifully write 10x, because what is 10 times x plus 2? You would write 10 times x, and you write that beautifully, and then I'll have a student go plus 2 in the back, and they forgot to distribute. So if you have 2 terms, that number needs to multiply into the first term and multiply into the second term. And so what's 10 times 2? 20. And so now on this cross product property problem, you now have a 2-step equation. This was a 1-step. This is a 2-step. So what's my next step? What do I do, Harlan? I already did. That or that. Keon, what do I do? What did I say? Subtract 20. And so, right? And so I get 12. 10x, right? And what do I do next? Divide by 10. So, and it's 12 over 10, or it's 1.2 is equal to x, right? So whichever one. All right, you can give me the fraction, you can give me the decimal. Try and get the decimal, though, with the calculator. But that's what you're doing on this 1 through 9, is you're practicing the cross product property. Do you guys remember this from middle school? No? Oh, you didn't learn it in middle school? What about when you guys did conversions? Did you do conversions? It's usually taught around that time with conversions. You're going to get really, really good at this because we're doing this till March, at least for spring break.
What?
Yeah. Your next 2 packets it's all like dilations, similarity, trig. They're all proportions. Yeah, so that's how you solve it. So you're going to get really, really good at this.
How do you solve this?
Oh, you don't do that one.
Oh, you don't do 7 and 8?
Just the back. 1 through 5 and then the back.
Oh, 1 through 5?
And then the page 15.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, no. Flip the page. And then here's a relationship. Okay, can I turn off the video? Yeah. Okay. It'll get lit.